Welcome to the recording for graphics for the autobiography assignment. So you can see that this is called WYSIWYG Graphics assignment, and in the WYSIWYG Graphics assignment we're going to put images in the 6 web pages that we created previously. So the first thing I'm going to do is, this is part A of section 3, and this just gives you a little bit of practice of how to put images in. Now the first thing you need to do, of course, is make sure you have a folder called Images inside your Unit 4 folder. You must make sure you have that. So if I go look at mine, it's my portfolio, there's my Unit 4 folder. I have a folder called Images, and there I have 2 pictures. Now this is what your Unit 4 folder should look like. If you've done everything up to this point, then you should have all of these things in here, just like this. So I know mine is in there, so I just wanted to make sure. So what you're going to do, we're going to put images in. So I'm going to go ahead, as this says, go to your index page. Where does it have that direction? Somewhere here. And so open up the index page, and then we start putting the picture in. So I'm going to go to NVU. I'm on the index page, and the pictures are going to go right in here. So I click in that cell, so I can see my cursor is blinking right here at the left. Then I go up and I do Insert, Image. Now I need to go find the file. I'm going to put my face picture in there, hit Open. And now this is really important. So here it says URL is relative to page location. That must be checked. If you do not check that, then the picture will not travel along with the web page when you zip it all. And then for alternate text, I'm going to put on present time. And remember, alternate text is if somebody can't see very well, then they can run their mouse over it, they can know what that picture is. Now I can change the dimensions of it if I want to. I can change the appearance. And I can make it a link if I want to. So I'm going to go ahead, this is all I'm going to do on this right now. And hit OK. So that image shows up. Now if I go back to the directions say, okay, the alternate text, the size, my size was good. Now to put a frame around it, appearance, solid border. So I missed that part, so I'm going to double click on it. Then I click appearance, solid border, maybe I want it to be 2 pixels. Now you can see the black border around it, right? And then the last thing that the directions have is to center it, so my picture is highlighted. I go right up here, hit the center command. Now my picture is centered in this box. Now the last thing I have to do is I clicked on the picture. Now I hit my right arrow and I'm outside the picture. Then I hit enter. And now my cursor is blinking below the picture. And if I go back to my directions, it says once you put the picture in, then you align it centered, and I've done all that. If I move on to next, now this talks about putting a caption under the picture. So I'm going to put a caption under it. So I'm right here blinking under it, and my caption is going to be Ron H. As of December 4, 2012. And now I want to format that caption. Remember, we have that in our CSS, so I highlight the caption, and I go up here and I choose Photo Captions, and now look how that CSS changed. You see it? It's yellow writing. That's not the best thing to put on there, but I can see that caption. So now I have completed this photo part. Now your job is to do a photo for each of your items. Now let's say you don't have a picture of yourself as a baby. So I'm going to click right in here. Then I'm going to do Insert, Image, choose File, and I just went and found a baby picture online. And URL is relative to page location. I make sure I do that. It's called a baby picture, and appearance, I want to do 2 pixels around that. I hit OK. There's the baby picture, so I click on it, center it, so now it's centered in the box. Now I right click to get outside of it, and I go right here. We're going to call this a baby picture. Oops. Now the other thing I need to do is I need to say where that picture came from. And I've forgotten, so I need to go do a search. I'm going to go to Google and see if I can find that picture again. So I go to Google and images. I'm going to hit baby, and it should, and there's the picture right there. So I click on it once, then I go to the website for that picture, and there's the website. Then I right click up here, right click copy. So I have that URL, and then I go down here. I put image from. That's what the image is from. So I have that in there. So now once I have that, I need to highlight all of this, and this is the CSS for this is photo or citations. So now you can see how citations is. And then of course a baby picture, I need to change that to the photo captions. So you can see how I've done all this work. So I did my baby picture, and I did my index page, and of course I need to hit Control S to save each of those. And of course I didn't continue with the navigation bar over here. The navigation bar you're going to have on all of your pages. Hopefully you did that in previous work. So I've done this, so now let me go back to the assignment, and the assignment says add a caption, etc. to put under your picture. So you do the pictures like that. Then next, now it talks about thumbnails. And thumbnails, what you do is you have smaller pictures. So what I could do is I would go into my pictures, and I'm going to let you do this yourself, but I go into my pictures and I can make them smaller. And then like my picture that's called baby, I'd call it baby TH. So I know that that's the thumbnail. And what the assignment suggests is that you put thumbnails images on one of your pages. So what I would do if I were you, I'm going to go to Part E where it talks, or Part D, I'm sorry, Part D where it talks about that. So here's the picture, at least one photo on each page of your autobiography, thumbnails for at least 3 photos on one page. So what I would suggest is you go to your index page, and on your index page you put the thumbnail. So if I was doing this work, I'd go to my index page, I'd take that picture out, and then right in here, so I'm in this cell, I would put a table in here that is 1 row. I don't want to do that. I want to click right in there, and I want to do insert a table, one row, 3 columns. And see this table? So now in this table I would put thumbnails in each of these. So in my autobiography I would do the thumbnail pictures. Now some of you may not get to that point, and if that's a real challenge for you, I'll take some points off. Instead of you getting like 48 out of 48, you probably end up getting like 88%, so you still get a good grade. So if you can't do the thumbnails, but the thumbnails are part of the requirement. So I would suggest you do the thumbnails in a table on the index page. So essentially what you're going to have is 5 of your pages will look like this. Your index page will look like this with thumbnail images in here. And And then when somebody clicks on the thumbnail, then the picture gets bigger. And to learn how to do that, you can go right here to Part C, and this tells you how to do thumbnail work. So if you want to do that, that's fine. If you don't do that, then I'll take a few points off, not a big deal. So again, 5 of your pages will be similar to the baby one like this. Then your index page could have thumbnails, or if it just had the single picture, that would be fine. I'll just take a few points off for that. And then you zip your Unit 4 folder and you submit that. So that, I think, is the last assignment for this unit. So Part E looks at background graphics. We're not going to worry about doing background graphics. Oh, and then actually in Section 4, then you go to navigation bar assignment, and I will do a recording for that. So we've completed this assignment, which was the graphics assignment. So I hope that helps you out to get that work done. Bye.